Hey, what's up? It's your girl Dina from Dinas.tv. I am a fitness trainer and lifestyle coach. I've not only transformed my body, but I've transformed many people through my online coaching and through my boot camps. I'm going to be sharing tools with you that are going to transform your body and transform your life. Now is the time that you live the life that you love and love the life that you live. The time is now to make changes. The time is now to grow. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast. I wanted to start off the first episode and talk about our mindset before getting into any of the other topics. We all deal with stress and we all have our own day-to-day life problems that can distract us from really being in tune with our thoughts and with our life vision. And I know that you're probably thinking right now, oh, okay, here we go, another motivational speech. And I'm sure I'm going to say things you already heard of, or maybe you didn't. But the point is that I'm here to remind you. That's why I created this podcast. If I can just trigger one thought or one aha moment that can shift your way of thinking so that you can live the life that you love, then it is all worth it. And the reason why this topic is about switching your mindset is because sometimes we have no idea how much those little voices in our head is what could be stopping us from following our dreams and achieving our life goals. The choices that we make are usually made from our subconscious mind. It's more powerful than our own conscious mind. Your thoughts will create your beliefs, and your beliefs will influence everything that you do. For an example, when I started my podcast in the beginning, those little voices in my head immediately popped up and whispered, Dina, your English sucks. You're not good at breaking down topics. Plus, you're not even a structured person. You would never be able to handle all of that. And these voices appear all the time. And we feed into those thoughts all the time by reaffirming things to ourselves as well. Like I would always express, I suck at explaining. I suck at writing. I could never write a blog. And all I was doing was feeding into the subconscious mind over and over again. If I didn't catch myself when those voices were telling me, your English sucks, you're not good at breaking down topics, you're not even structured, I wouldn't have been able to do this podcast right now, I had to catch myself and figure out, all right, how can I become good? Where can I learn to be more structured? What can I apply in my daily routine that can make me a more structured person? I need to just start. I need to just practice. I need to just put myself in situations that will force me to grow and get out of my comfort zone. And I had to do that because it was part of my goal. It was part of my vision to share my story, to share my experience and everything that I continue to learn with everyone. And if I really want to reach my main vision, I'm going to have to step out of that comfort zone and do what it takes to grow. We tend to always use words, I'm like this, I'm like that. We're not like anything. We've only done certain things consistently and created certain habits. And just like we created those habits, we can exchange those habits into much healthier, more positive habits. And all I just want to do is just encourage you to also think the same and not tell yourself, this is the way I am. This is not the way you are. That's the way you've done things. But now you have the choice to do things differently. It's so important where we put our energy into. If we focus on the negative, then we will just attract more and more of that negative energy into our lives, and we will never be able to change the current situation. And the more you think about it, the more you'll start to express it. And then it becomes like a habit that all you end up doing is reliving this negative thought over and over again. For an example, like working out. If you always tell yourself, I have to go to the gym or I have to do cardio, you're conditioning your mind and you're connecting working out with a negative emotion. How will you ever be able to reach your goals and sustain a fit lifestyle with that way of thinking? If you really want to change any problem that you're facing, you can. You just have to switch that mindset and start focusing on the solution instead of always focusing on the problem. And the only way that we can do that is by always being in the moment and paying attention to every single thing that we tell ourselves and that we express out loud, that we express to ourselves, to our friends, to our family. I started off by sitting down at the end of the night and replaying every moment that happened to me throughout the day. I started to analyze myself and started to replay moments that happened throughout my day, conversations I had with people, how I handled certain situations. I would ask myself, could I have handled them any better? Was I being optimistic? Was I complaining a lot? Was I complaining about things that I couldn't even change? Like these little things that people express. Oh my God, there was so much traffic. I hate it. There's always traffic, and always expressing these moments throughout your day like, oh my God, I had such a bad day at work. This person was being such an asshole. These little things add up. And on top of the own problems that we're dealing and facing, makes you to feel like everything is going wrong. And then you're just like digging yourself into these negative emotions more and more every day. Now, of course, our mindset doesn't change overnight. We need to practice it daily, just like when we go work out our muscles in the gym. Our brain is a muscle as well. I love this tip that my husband shared. Oh, I forgot to put my phone on silent. All right, I'm in the zone. It's all right. So I love this tip my husband shared. Okay, he put on he put on his display phone a picture. Okay, and in that picture, it's just a quote, like a text, and it says, "What's good about this?" I thought that was such a great idea because we look at our phones all the time throughout the day, and we encounter many situations that will make us automatically think negative. And by having that pick and having that constant reminder will always remind you to think positive and to become aware of your thoughts. Because say, for an example, you're dealing with something right now that's negative, and then you look at your phone or look at the time or the text message, and then it's like, what's good about this? And then you catch yourself like, oh, wow, I was actually just about to be really negative, and then that reminded you, and immediately you're forced to switch your way of thinking. Next time that you're dealing with a problem, okay, instead of feeding into, okay, this is the problem and this is the way it is and I'm just going to have to live with it type of way of thinking, write your problem down. Whatever your problem is, write it down and try to research and try to have an open mind on solving this problem. Think of many different ways on how you can solve this problem. And sometimes we really got to think outside of the box. Like yesterday. This is actually what kind of inspired me to open this subject up. Because yesterday, my friend, she's amazing. She's so smart. She's so young. She just turned 20 years old. And she's been through a lot in her life. And she's a fitness trainer. And she's actually very, very smart. You would think, okay, 20 years old, if you're going to get a fitness trainer, you'd rather go to someone who's 20 years more experienced than to hire someone that's younger than you. Okay. But actually, she is very smart and has been through many different stages in her life and dealt with many obstacles as well. And she has a lot of knowledge when it comes to health and fitness. And she broke down, stressed out and financially, and it's hard to get clients, and everyone has clients. And, she broke down and cried and stuff. And I was like, okay, let it all out. Now let's think of a solution, because crying and being stressed out isn't going to get you anywhere. You can let it out, but now what are you going to do? So I started opening her mind up and telling her, okay, there's always a different approach. Maybe what you're doing isn't the right approach. You know what I mean? And you got to try new things, and you have to be open to new ideas, even if it's something that you weren't thinking at all. I said, you know what? Being 20 years old, do you know how many people younger than you would look up to you, everything that you've been through and all of the knowledge that you have? You could be a PTE teacher inside of a school. You know how many kids would be like, wow, look at her. She's so young. She's so fit. She's so strong. And she knows so much, instead of feeling like now they got to listen to someone much older than to them, and they feel like, it's a daddy or a teacher now lecturing me. You know what I mean? And you can even do like after school boot camps, for an example, for kids, and getting them in shape and teaching them about nutrition. And you can do motivational speaking at schools and stuff like that, and share your story and everything that you've been through, And it's just being able to get out of that emotion, that struggle that you're dealing with, and just trying to be logic, trying to be like, okay, what can I do about this situation? What can I do to make this situation any better? And how can I solve this problem? Your subconscious mind has what is called a homeostatic impulse, okay? Just like your body has a homeostasis, which means it regulates your bodily functions to stay balanced. For an example, like the temperature in your body, it's at 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Your body will always try to control that temperature by making it or by releasing it, okay? Same thing goes with our subconscious mind. It will practice homeostasis by constantly trying to think and act in a way where our mind has always been conditioned to in the past. It's like a memory card in our head. It saved all of our comfort zones and it works in a way to keep us in there. That's why anytime we got to do anything different or have to change a new habit, we feel uncomfortable about it. That's why the power of habit is what can change our lives. And in order to grow and change our old habits, we have to get out of our comfort zone and try new things. It's just like what my husband said in his poem. I love this poem. What could fear mean? Let me try. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Ignite that fire in your heart and just keep it burning. New definition of fail, first attempt in learning. Impossible or I am possible. If you want to grow, mind that comfort zone. It seems so far away. You need more time. You wait. But know that you assassinate your dreams when you procrastinate. And that is just a little snippet of that beautiful poem that my husband created. And if you want to check out the rest of the poem and the video that goes along with it, you can check him out on YouTube or any social media platform at BEN_OUATTARA. He also has a German podcast, but he's also going to be uploading his English one very soon. This guy is so inspiring, and the way he breaks down topics is on another level. And he's the one that told me about podcasts, so I want to dedicate this to him. I love you, baby. Thank you so much, because I'm super excited to connect with all of you, to share knowledge, to motivate each other and support each other. And I want to thanks to all the girls in my boot camps, people on social media that ask me questions. This is what encourages me to really do this. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed my podcast. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message or leave me a comment below. If you want to check out my workout routines, you can find me on all social media platforms at Dina's TV, or you can go straight to my website at nbsp.tv. I also created a private Facebook group where I will be uploading videos, and I will also be live streaming so that we can engage with each other and you can ask me questions. All you have to do is type in transform your body and transform your life to find it on Facebook. Make sure to subscribe. And if you found this podcast to be helpful, please leave me a review. It helps the podcast to reach more people. I also check each and everyone's comment. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next episode, stay strong, stay healthy, and always stay happy.